This is the plaintiff, Haley Scarberry. She says she purchased what she thought was a 2014 bike from the defendant, and when she got it home, it was stamped with the year 2013. She specifically needed a 2014 model so she could customize it with special equipment that doesn't fit on a 2013 model. The defendant refuses to return her $2,300, and she's suing her here today. This is the defendant, Shelley Rowlandson. She says the plaintiff had the bike she purchased from her for 6 months, then called complaining it wasn't riding right. This is a high-performance bike. She doesn't think the plaintiff's qualified to ride on a bike like this, and that's why she's attempting to undo their deal. Sorry, but no refunds, especially after she was riding the bike for 6 months. She's accused of bilking a biker.
All parties, please, you're ready.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Next case in the docket. The plaintiff bought what she thought was a 2014 bike from the defendant. Turned out to be a 2013. The defendant says the plaintiff's just a bellyacher. It's the case of it was a very bad year.
Thank you, Douglas. Haley Scarberry, you are suing Shelley Rowlandson for $2,300, the value of a bike that you bought from her, which you want your money back for because it wasn't, according to you, what was advertised. Tell me what happened.
So, the geometries of bicycles have been changing over the past few years.
These are racing bikes?
Yes.
Okay.
So bicycles used to run on 26-inch wheels. They're more commonly run on 27.5 to 29-inch wheels now. And because of that change, a lot of the components don't fit on my old bicycle that I built in 2010. So I wanted to upgrade to some of the newer items available. I started looking around for new bikes. I found Miss Rollison's bike advertised on Facebook. It was a 2014 model, as advertised.
What kind of bike?
It was a Specialized S-Works Enduro.
Okay.
So a racing bike. The 2014 model MSRP value is valued at $9,000, brand new off the lot. She had it advertised for $2,300. We discussed it back and forward.
At this time, when were you buying it?
This was in June.
So go on.
So according to the manufacturer's website, the 2014 model runs on 29-inch wheels. Therefore, all of the new components that I had originally purchased to put on my old bike that weren't working because of the geometries should have worked on this 2014 model. When I brought the bike home and I started to change out some of the parts, they weren't working, same as...
Did you measure the wheel?
No, because the tires themselves say on it that they're 26-inch wheels.
What says that?
On the tires themselves.
It does say that?
Yes.
And is 26, I forgot already, is 26 what you wanted or no?
My original bike runs 26,
So 26 does you no good?
Right. So the bike that she sold me, originally from the manufacturer, was supposed to have a Fox Talus 34 fork. She sold it to me with a RockShox Pike fork.
Okay, now you're going to have to back it up and tell me what the heck you're talking about.
This becomes a whole different language.
What does that mean, what you were saying?
So the 2014 model that she advertised, had it been a 2014 model, should have run on a 29-inch wheel. This I didn't know until after the fact. But since it was built to hold a 29-inch wheel, it could hold a 26-inch wheel with no problems. The issue is, though, it throws off the handling. It's like buying a luxury vehicle and expecting that nice, smooth, quiet drive and feel like you're driving a jalopy.
Okay. But what was that part you were talking about?
With the fork?
Fork? Mm-hmm. Okay. What's a fork?
A fork is...
Is it a part of a bike?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually have a photo of it.
Here, so do I. This is the picture you advertised, right?
Yes.
All right. All good. All right. Okay, so come on over and show me what you're talking about. Great.
So the part that I'm talking about is this front part here.
Okay.
Since this is a 2013 model, it should run on a Fox Talus 24 or 34.
Wait, hold on. Since what you bought was a 2014 model, or so you thought, the problem ends up being that you have since discovered that it's a 2013 model.
Yes.
All right. So a 2014 model should have what?
Should have the RockShox.
What are RockShox?
That's this part here. It's a brand. It's
okay.
a company.
And the 2013 model has what?
A Fox Talus.
And that affected you how? I mean,
the handling of the bicycle.
Okay.
So this fork is meant to run on a 29-inch wheel, a larger wheel.
Okay, the one that's there.
No, this is a 26-inch.
Right, the fork that I'm looking
Yes,
at is
I'm
meant to,
sorry.
no, that's all right, it was my fault, is meant to run, it should have the capability of having a 29-inch wheel.
Correct.
Right, and?
She sold it to me with a 26-inch wheel,
Right.
which made it feel like I didn't have very good
Did you
control
test drive
anyway.
the bike before you bought it?
She sold it to me with no seat and no pedals.
No seat and no pedals.
So there was no way to try it before buying and taking it home.
Why didn't you buy seat and pedals, put them on, and then ride it?
I did after I took it home.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know, that's kind of what I meant. Is that it would make better sense to try out the bike. But in any event, go back. And when you say, Judge, she sold me a 2014, it turns out to be a 2013, this ends up having a big effect because it's what you already had, the inability to put
Exactly.
these new parts on. Where do you get that it's a 2013?
The manufacturer sticker on the bike states that it was made 10/26 of 2013.
Okay, let me see that.
And when I looked that,
Okay, but hold on, is this like they make the models beforehand or something?
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know. We're going to
I'll
have to
get
get
to
to the
that.
I have to
I'll
get to
get
the
to
bottom of that. I can't trust either one of you on that. I know that what's your position on this? You sold a 2014, you bought a 2014 and you sold a 2014.
Yes, whatever she's saying is complete BS.
Okay.
I have the receipt from when I purchased it from the dealer.
And it says
It
14.
says 2014.
It says 14.
So you cannot fit a 29er wheel on that fork. You physically cannot put that on the fork or the back at all.
Right.
It literally won't fit.
Right. Will it fit on a 2014? A 2015.
Well, so the 2014, they made multiple models. They made a 26-inch wheel and a 29er wheel.
Okay.
The confusion is 2013 and 2014, when you Google this bike, they both look exactly the same.
Okay,
And
well,
so
there's no
that's where the
confusion because here's the
confusion
thing.
was.
I don't know anything about bikes. I
That's
know
fine.
I don't like to see you riding two abreast and then keeping me behind you. I do know that. I hate when people do that, and I always open up the window and yell, share the road. I believe in sharing the road. I want more people on bikes. I just don't want them riding 3 and 4 abreast and not taking into consideration traffic behind. Now, there's a serial number, lucky for us, there's a serial number on the
Yes.
bike.
And that should match on the receipt.
Right, and I see on the receipt it says 14, and I have no doubt in my mind that you bought in your mind a 2014. I just have to make sure it's what you said.
So
And
what
here's
happens-
why, here's
yeah.
why. Because what I operate in here, I don't know about bikes, but I know about the law. And it's either a 2014 or it's not a 2014. I know you weren't trying to pawn a 2013 on her. But it either is or isn't. It either will be or will not be based on the VIN number, a serial number. Did anybody ever contact the manufacturer to get an answer on that? You did. And what happened?
They said it was a 2013.
Can I see that?
I did.
How do you not get an email from them, and then I wouldn't even have to
was-
get off the bench?
It was over the phone.
All right, we'll find out. Now I got to do
So
that.
it's manufactured in 2013, but it's considered a 2014 model.
Well, either you're right, and it's considered a 2014, or it isn't. I'm not going to ask them, did you manufacture this in 2013?
Well,
I
the
know what
receipt
we're
says
talking
so.
about here.
Yeah.
So I get that. I get it.
That's exactly what I did.
No, I know. And now we're just going to verify that
Cool.
that's the case, because I want everybody going home not feeling like they were taken advantage of, right? Court's in recess.
All rise.
So plaintiff thought she was buying a 2014, turned out to be a 13. Does the plaintiff get a refund?
Yes, I think she should get a
It's
refund.
only a year difference.
She should get a refund because it was wrong in the first place that they lied.
It's only a year.
False advertising.
False advertising going inside the courtroom.
Okay. All right, so we communicated with the manufacturer. Actually, I believe you went into the back room with a member of our court staff. And it is exactly a 2014 model that was built in 2013. It is considered a 2014 model. So I'm sorry if you bought the wrong thing, but that's kind of on you, and I hope you can recoup the money that you have lost, because there is someone out there who wants wants that bike, a 2014. I don't know if maybe the answer was that you needed to have bought a 2015. I don't know what the answer is. But the only way she has to pay you anything is if she misrepresented something, and as it turns out, we know now, you didn't. It is a 2014. Just as it was sold to you, it is a 2014 that was manufactured at the end of 2013. Okay, folks, good luck.
Well, as it turns out, the plaintiff got exactly what was advertised. And unfortunately, not much you can do now.
Yeah, that's
That's an expensive bike.
it is.
I mean, you're talking really high-end bikes. What do you do?
I'm just gonna try and resell it, and as the judge says, recoup my money.
But, I mean, you ride these bikes where? Mountain bike
Oh,
riding?
mountain trail,
You race?
trail
or
riding.
something?
I don't race.
Yeah.
Maybe against my husband, but it's
Oh,
just for
okay.
fun.
So, obviously, you can do something with this. Don't you think you could sell the bike?
I hope so. I mean, it was pretty difficult for her to get it sold. She had it posted for a minute, so.
Okay.
But
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Sorry you couldn't win. Okay. And here comes the defendant. You know you were in the right? As you said,
Yeah.
you had the receipts.
Yep.
You knew exactly. You feel bad for her?
I feel bad that she didn't do the proper research.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
It is what it is. All righty. Thank you so much. Sorry
worries.
about that. Okay? No, happy for you anyway. Harvey?
I mean, look, if the year is off, that is a very solid reason, even though it's just 1 year, for undoing the deal.